My first lesson, which is, encrypted in my DNA now, was the idea of working for, pay. And my first job was in high school, and I got it specifically because there was a girl in my grade that I was really interested in, and she got a job at the shoe store in the mall, and I was able to get a job across in the ice cream parlor. And I was in this ice cream store scooping ice cream, and when people, my first day, it was owned by a woman, I'll never forget it. She says, look, when people ask you for a sampler, here's a little wooden spoon, give them a little sample. But what happens when that occurs, when people do samples, they take their gum out of their mouth and they throw it on the floor. So all day long, gum was piling up on the floor. So the first day's over, and she said, you did a great job, you sold $4,000 of ice cream, whatever it was, but now you've got to finish up and you've got to take all the gum off the floor. And I realized if I get down on my knees and scrape gum, I'm in trouble here. This is not a good look. I said to her, look, you hired me as a scooper, not a scraper. And she said, no, I hired you as an employee. You do whatever I say. I own this store. Whatever I say, you're going to do. And I said, I don't think so. If you want to hire somebody to take gum off the floor, that's a different job. If I'd known that, I probably wouldn't take this position. She said, how about this? You're fired. And I went, whoa, what's that mean? She said, it means you get back on your bicycle, go home, don't come back. I was so humiliated when I got home and explained that to my mother. She said, you should have done what she asked. And I realized right then, and this is the important lesson, this is one of those pivotal moments. In life, there's two types of people. There's the people that own the store, and there's the people that scrape the shit off the floor. And you have to decide, which one are you? I'm not going to live my life that way. I never worked another day in my life for somebody, ever again. And I always tell my entrepreneurs, a salary is the drug they give you when they want you to forget about your dreams. Because it's very easy to stay in that world where somebody is mitigating your risk. You just have to perform certain tasks, do them well, for a third of your day, and they will feed you a salary.
Sometimes you have to do stuff that you don't like doing to figure out what you do like doing.
That's a great point. That's an absolutely great point. And you want to do that early in your career to understand what motivates you. The perfect situation. I mean, I tell entrepreneurs today, and I invest in so many of them, when I say to them, look, you're starting this journey, I want you to understand something. This is not going to be fun all the time. You're going to work 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. But what will happen if you're successful? And you won't see it coming. You'll wake up one day and say, oh my goodness, I'm wealthy beyond my wildest dreams. It gives you freedom to do whatever you want. My number one message to entrepreneurs, and I teach today, is never pursue entrepreneurship for the greed of money. It has nothing to do with it at all. The whole reason to be an entrepreneur is the pursuit of freedom. That's why you do it. You do it because you want to be free one day to do whatever you like. I'm here because I want to be here. I don't have to be here. I don't even have to ever listen to a phone call again if I don't want to. That's not what I want to do. I enjoy spending my time doing the things that I want to do. And I deserve it because I worked like hell to get here. I deserve everything because I started with this. Do not be embarrassed about success. Wear it. Own it. It's yours and you deserve it.
Money is just a side effect of energy exchange. That's all it is. That's why I tell people, don't focus on the money, focus on the energy exchange and the gift that you're providing, the service you're providing, and who can utilize that gift or service, and the money will just show up. It's not that you're trying to make money. Money is a side effect.
Exactly. That's a big one, is when people make money the object and the focus, then it's just about greed. Whereas you make the focus be, you're serving, you're sharing your gifts, you're, expressing your passion.
Exactly.
And that's more flow of abundance, because now you're coming from that love again versus coming from greed or agenda. Often there's this new age thinking that's come in, or it's also, from religious programming where you should not equate money and spirituality. They shouldn't go together, right? So if somebody is truly spiritual, then they shouldn't be rich. Or if somebody's rich, they must not be spiritual. Or if you're offering an education and you're giving knowledge, but it's of a spiritual nature, you should do it for free.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
That is why I wrote the book, Woke Doesn't Mean Broke.
I love it.
I had to. I was like, you know what? This idea, this concept of this poverty mindset linked to spirituality is just totally opposite of what the spirituality is teaching us, that we should be manifesting abundance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We should be walking in total abundance. And it doesn't mean you're a billionaire. There's different levels of abundance depending on who you are and what your requirements are in your life. But certain people are required to help people in a larger way. Not that any way of helping is greater than the other, but where somebody might help a homeless person by giving them some sandwiches, I might be able to help 2,000 homeless people by providing meals for them for the next 3 months. It's just a different way of utilizing my blessings to help other people. And so some people are required to do more because they've been given more. And you know, when you get to the point where when you realize you have more, you don't want to help and assist, that's where you're in risk of losing everything you have. And so just giving freely and of course, in the right way and in the right direction, to me, it solidifies, you know, my place and who I am and how many much more people I'm going to be blessed to be able to help even in the future. And so I try to tell people that having an abundant mindset means that you are walking in abundance, and whatever it is, all your needs are going to consistently be met, whether it be living good, traveling the world, living in a nice house, you deserve it. If you think that you don't deserve nice things just because you're spiritual, then you don't really understand what it means. In my opinion, from my understanding and my research and the way that I've studied everything, it seems to me that when you become a spiritual being that's really using ascended knowledge and is trying to help as many people as you possibly can, whether it's through knowledge or finances, that you deserve abundance to go along with that. And your ultimate goal is to help create heaven on earth. A lot of people with this mindset of being broke and poor and struggling and begging for an external source to come and save them, they're waiting to die so they can live. And I'm thinking in my mind, the way that I'm understanding this whole reality is that the spiritual frequency that's inhabiting this avatar body is trying to show me how to live now. It wants to experience abundance now in the third density, and it's sending that information back to source. And so it wants to see, in my opinion, how many people are going to understand and learn this in their lifetime, that the key goal is to create heaven, or our concept of where heaven is on earth, and not wait to die so you can hope to live, but to live now in this particular density and then live on again after this. And so I think that people need to understand there's a little bit of dogma in the mindset of being broke and poor and struggling. And that's a low frequency mindset. That's going to put you in so much stress, pressure, fear, doubt, and everything else. You won't even have enough positive frequency or energy to help uplift anybody. And if you forget about trying to help masses of people, we know that we're living in a world that has a financial matrix system right now. And we can't ignore it and act like it doesn't exist. Because if we did, we'd be living under a tree outside but naked. So we have to understand this, right? I got to have a roof. I have to have air conditioning on. I need a car to drive back and forth. Basic necessities, I call them at least. And so if that's the case, I need to learn how to master this matrix and utilize it to benefit the light and not the darkness. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I needed people to understand that. And that's why I wrote the book, Woke Doesn't Mean Broke.
I have to be the change. So if I'm going to be the change, how can I create a more balanced situation within my life? How can I start to manifest my own piece of heaven on earth? How can I then also help to bring that heaven on earth into, you know, my community, into my family, into right. Into the world?
So let's get things going. You want to be an active listener. You don't want to miss the train, because this is an agenda-driven presentation, and we're going to learn what the People's Project is, how it works, how to best optimize it, along with a very special event coming up and a special bonus. And our style here is no hype, no rah-rah, just the sheer power of immense value. Let's break it down. This is a global opportunity And it's completely compliant, structured as a crowdfunding model, and it's in full operation as our recent beta test period just ended. Now, this was inspired by a model still running today out of Houston, Texas, that's in its 15th year. And when I digested that, I heard sustainability. So we benefit from that model in a big way because we're receiving the guidance from the very visionary that project utilized as his very first focus. His second focus is this one. And this version here, he had an idea in his mind where he wanted to leverage technology because he's been managing that other one manually. So he turned to a good friend of mine. He said, do you know anyone that could put cutting edge technology into this idea that I have? And my good friend said, yes, I do. So what we have here is a very rare blend of early movers advantages with a rock solid foundation. Plus we benefit from his wisdom capital with that sustainability, all under one roof, which is super rare. Now, by utilizing the MetaMask wallet, we're able to automate the tracking of payments, meaning no verifying, no confirming. Now, you step back, if you've ever been involved in programs like this, what a hassle it is chasing down people, getting them to verify and confirm that the funds were sent. Well, we don't do that here. Plus, we've got a holding tank concept where the primary thorn on that rose in many models is people come in and they don't bring others. Well, you have to bring two in order to get on the receiving board number one in the first place. That's the nature of this model's design. Let's hear how the dots are connected from someone very well gifted in doing that. And I'm going to press play and get out of the way and let her do her magic right now.
How do you get paid? So, here's how it works. First thing, when you sign up, you'll pay just a single, one-time ever out-of-pocket $28 in BUSD to join. $3 goes to admin, which takes care of all the servers, website, and some overhead. Once the payment is made, you are placed in a holding tank. Your first objective is to get just a minimum of 2 people to join you with the same $28 BUSD contribution as well. Please keep in mind, we're using an instant payment system with the MetaMask and the Binance Smart Chain. There's some minimal gas fees that will be required for every transaction to be sent instantly. This enables you to receive every single payment in just seconds. This is a small price to pay for full automation and to receive all your payments immediately through the blockchain. Every payment you receive on your journey here will be paid to your personal MetaMask wallet in the form of BUSD, which can easily be converted to cash, or you can just stack your crypto. Now that you've got your 2, you are removed from the holding tank and given your official spot in your inviters board number 1. Now it's time to make some money. Board 1 entry is $25. You enter at the top in position 1, you bring in 2, so they are in position 2 and 3 right under you. On the bottom row are positions 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is called the pay line. As the bottom pay line fills up, this is what happens. Those 4 pay line spots are all paying $25. The very first payment on your pay line of $25 is reserved for you. The second and third payments combine, and $50 is used for your upgrade to the second board. The fourth payment is used to re-enter you in board 1 again, which is $25. All 3 payments are dispersed automatically in a single action as soon as all 6 spots are filled. Just remember, each person that joins must get their 2 to be removed from the holding tank and get placed on your board. Now that you've upgraded to the $50 board, you will now and forever get 3 payments on board 1 of $75. Because you are fully qualified for life on board 1 and never have to pay an upgrade fee to board 2 again. So, you can cycle board number 1 over and over unlimited times and receive $75 each time your matrix fills. Every board will fill with a combination of your efforts and the efforts of the people yours bring in, and even some from the people who are above you. This is true global teamwork. Now this happens with all the boards 1 through 14. Let me give you a few more examples. Now that you're on board 2 with an entry of $50, as the board fills just like board 1, you'll receive 4 payments again, like board 1, but this time each payment is $50. $50 goes to you. The second and third payment goes to your upgrade to board 3, which is $100. Fourth payment of $50 re-enters you back on board 2 with that $50. Again, never having spent any additional money out of your own pocket besides the original $28 you paid in the beginning. Now you are fully qualified on board 1 and 2, never having to pay the fees to re-enter 1 and 2. The second time around on board 1, you earn $75, and board number 2, $150, over and over. Keep in mind, this is just board 1 and 2. We have 14 boards. You could be cycling multiple times per day on each board, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, over and over, while at the same time you're climbing the next boards. Let's look at a couple more examples. You're moving right along, and you cycled boards 1 through 6, about to graduate to board number 7. Now, this gets very exciting. Board 7 is a $1,600 board. On board 7, $1,600 goes to you. The second and third goes towards your upgrade to board 8. And last payment of $1,600 pays your re-entry into board 7 to get paid again. But remember, instead of one payment of $1,600, every time through after the first, you get 3 payments of $1,600, totaling $4,800. Okay, now you're qualified on boards 1 through 8. The second time through and every time you re-enter, you will always receive 3 payments instead of 1. And the fourth will automatically re-enter you, so you can keep getting paid on every board over and over. Here's what you make for your second cycle and every cycle after that over and over. Board 1, second time through, pays $75. Board 2, $150. Board 3, $300. Board 4, $600. Board 5, $1,200. Board 6, $2,400. Board 7, $4,800. Board 8, $9,600. Wow, and we're only halfway. Let me show you a few more so you really understand the power of the People's Project. But before we do, I'd like to share something profound. We understand that everyone has different goals in life. Some goals require more money than others. Whatever your goals are, the People's Project can and will help you achieve them. We can tell you from 15 years' experience that once you get started, you'll quickly witness the power of what you have in your hands right now. We've seen incredible things happen for everyday people like you and me, and in less time than you can imagine. You have been gifted with an opportunity that can change your life and the lives of your family. We've seen people pay off credit cards, car loans, college education, even pay off your home and become 100% debt-free. Especially when your position gets pushed through to these next levels, this is where real generational wealth can be made. And as we reveal the really juicy stuff, please keep in mind you're welcome to invite as many people as you want. Each person you invite will permanently follow you through each board, which in turn speeds up the rate at which you cycle every board again and again. However, you don't have to be some kind of superstar recruiter to get there. All you need is 2. Just make sure the people you do invite are joining you with the same intention, which is simple. Invite at least 2 people you want to set financially free. If you help enough people get what they want, you'll always have what you want in life. This is a fundamental law of the universe. This is the payout of each board after your first cycle. This can happen over and over on all 14 boards and can happen at the same time. These boards can potentially pay out multiple times a month or even multiple times every week, along with the others that could potentially be paying out multiple times per day, all at the same time. So check it out. After you've paid your way into each of these boards, here's the payout from each time you cycle every time after the first. Board 9, $19,200. Board 10, $38,400. Board 11, $76,800. Board 12, $153,600. Now, you get the idea these numbers get big real fast. Again, just remember that all boards 1 through 12 are now activated, meaning that some or all boards are cycling at the same time. And now you're about to graduate to the biggest payouts of the People's Project. Okay, now buckle your seatbelts. Let's do the final 2 boards, 13 and 14. Board 13 pays out a whopping $102,400 the first time you cycle. And Board 13 pays out a tidy sum of $307,200 every time after that. $204,800 is reserved from the first time through Board 13 to enter you into the final upgrade to Board 14. Now, Board 14 is the top board, therefore, no more upgrade money is taken out, even your first time through. So, $204,800 times 3 goes into your pocket. The last one re-enters you right back in for another cycle through. $614,400 on the 14th board, every single time. There is something very important and incredibly powerful to understand as you progress, so pay close attention. The reason this model is so powerful is because each person that joins using your link will permanently follow you from board to board, and their people will follow them, and so on. This creates a snowball effect because each time your people cycle, every one of them is automatically placed in the first open position of all boards you are on, quickly filling those 6 spots needed for the system to trigger a payment to you. This starts happening faster and more frequently as you and your referrals progress. This phenomenon is truly a sight to behold. Once you see these payments hitting your MetaMask wallet faster and faster, you'll quickly understand how powerful the momentum becomes. Let's quickly recap the payouts you'll receive from each board every time after your first cycle. Keep in mind, these payouts can land in your wallet from different boards, often simultaneously. Board 1 pays $75, Board 2 $150, Board 3 $300, Board 4 $600. Board 5, $1,200, Board 6, $2,400, Board 7, $4,800, Board 8, $9,600, Board 9, $19,200, Board 10, $38,400, Board 11, $76,800, Board 12, $153,600, Board 13, $307,200. Board 14 pays out $614,400 the first time and every time through after. That means just a single cycle through all 14 boards pays out a combined $1.2 million directly to your MetaMask wallet, which you can easily convert to cash anytime. And remember, there is no limit to the number of times you can cycle each board. This is all possible with a one-time contribution of $28 out of pocket and not a cent more. Incredible, I know, but we've seen it work for millions of people over the last 15 years. The People's Project takes this time-tested, proven concept to a whole new level that no one has ever seen before. But for this to work, and for you to get these income levels, you must bring in 2 people that also see what you see and desire a better life for themselves and lives for others. Never has there been a plan out there that requires only a one-time $3 admin fee just to keep the systems and software running. Remember, we've designed this for you, the people. We're in this project right alongside you. We designed this to truly benefit everyone. No matter who you are or what you're looking for in life, this is a simple way to not only achieve your goals, but truly make a direct financial difference in the lives of others. We are a community of people who want to enrich the lives of millions around the world. We all win when we shift our focus on lifting each other up. Click the link to get started right now. We'll guide you through step by step. All you need is a smartphone or computer and the desire to show at least 2 people a time-tested path to true financial freedom. Welcome to the People's Project.